Marcus Aurelius says, "The soul is dyed with the color of its thoughts." Every idea, every spark of curiosity shapes who you will become. In this video, you will learn 10 powerful Stoic techniques to increase your intelligence. These techniques are based on the wisdom of the ancient Stoic philosophers who taught us how to live well and how to face life's challenges with elegance and wisdom. These techniques are valid not just for today, but for the future as well. They will help you sharpen your mind, broaden your horizons, and strengthen your character. Moreover, they are beneficial not only for yourself, but for others too. So, are you ready to learn these 10 powerful Stoic techniques to increase your intelligence? If you are, keep watching us, because this video is a must-watch. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of our future videos. Trust me, you don't want to miss them. Now, let's begin. The first technique is to embrace change as a teacher. Stoics saw change as a natural and beneficial part of life and a source of wisdom. Think about it. Whenever you grew as a person, wasn't it because of some change in your life? Maybe you moved to a new place, went into debt, or encountered an event that changed your perspective. Growth always comes with change. Change pushes us out of our comfort zones and forces us to adapt. This ability to overcome the barrier of adaptation and succeed in new situations is what sharpens our intelligence and resilience. Marcus Aurelius said, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." This is a refreshing and empowering way to look at change. Instead of seeing change as a loss, we can see it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and discover new things. Embracing change doesn't mean we have to chase every new trend or constantly disrupt our lives. It means we need to develop a flexible mindset, a mindset that understands that change, whether big or small, is an opportunity to learn something new. When we approach change with curiosity instead of fear, we not only navigate life's ups and downs with grace, but also expand our knowledge and understanding. Whether it's new software at work or a detour on your way home, don't panic. Take a deep breath and embrace it. Remember, every change is a lesson waiting to be learned. And with every lesson, our intelligence grows. We think of things that relax and comfort us, like a comfortable bed, a favorite show, or a hot cup of coffee on a cold day. There's nothing wrong with enjoying these things. But if we want to improve our intelligence and wisdom, we must step out of our comfort zones. Stoicism teaches us to embrace discomfort. Think about a challenge you are facing. It's tempting to give up, to say it's too hard, or to settle for mediocrity. But the Stoics would encourage you to keep going, to face the difficulties, and to overcome them. Why? Because they knew that discomfort was a sign of growth. Discomfort is like a muscle. It stretches your abilities, expands your horizons, and pushes you to new levels of excellence. Stoics practiced voluntary forms of discomfort. They did this not to punish themselves, but to train themselves. To train themselves to be stronger, more disciplined, and more adaptable. To be less attached to external things and more focused on internal things. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean we have to torture ourselves or suffer unnecessarily. It means we need to challenge ourselves and push our limits. It means we have to do things that are difficult but rewarding. It means we have to do things that make us grow. When we embrace discomfort, we develop not only our skills and abilities but also our intelligence and wisdom. Sometimes you want to give up or avoid the hard parts. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic emperors and thinkers, said, "The obstacle is the way." This means the challenges and obstacles we face are not hindrances to our growth, but the path itself. By changing your mindset and seeing discomfort as an opportunity rather than an obstacle, we can harness its power to propel us forward. The next time you face a challenging task or an uncomfortable situation, think of this Stoic wisdom. Embrace the discomfort and know that with every obstacle you overcome, you are not only becoming smarter but also building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. The third technique is to practice intentional detachment. We often hear about the importance of engagement, being engaged with our work, our studies, our relationships. But what about the other side? The Stoics recognized the immense value of intentional detachment. To intentionally step back from our usual routines and habits, to refresh our perspectives and rejuvenate our minds. Imagine a painter who has been working on a piece for hours. Sometimes the best thing they can do to see the true essence of the painting is to step back, take a break, and return with fresh eyes. Similarly, our minds benefit from periodic disconnection, allowing us to approach challenges with renewed strength and clarity. Marcus Aurelius noted in his introspective writings, people look for retreats for themselves, houses in the country, seashores, and mountains. But this is entirely a mark of the most common sort of men, for it is in your power whenever you choose to retire into yourself. This Stoic wisdom emphasizes that true retreat isn't about physical distance, but about finding a space within ourselves, away from the constant pull of external demands. In the age of artificial intelligence, the idea of retreat might seem counterintuitive, but it is more important than ever. This doesn't mean abandoning our responsibilities or evading our tasks. It means setting aside intentional moments, whether a few minutes or a few hours, to disconnect, reflect, and just be. This can be as simple as taking a walk without your phone, practicing deep breathing exercises, or dedicating a day to unplugged activities. By practicing intentional disconnection, we give our minds the space they need to process, learn, and grow. And in this balance, we find a path to greater intelligence and deeper understanding. So, as you navigate the demands of today, remember the power of stepping back, even for a moment, to rediscover clarity and purpose. The fourth technique is to pursue lifelong learning. The end of formal education does not mean the end of learning. The Stoics were avid students who studied various subjects like logic, ethics, physics, and more. They were curious, open-minded, and humble. They knew there was always more to learn, and that learning was a way to improve themselves and their lives. They also knew that learning wasn't just about acquiring information, but also about applying that information to real situations. They learned not only from their own mistakes, but also from the mistakes of others. They learned not only from their teachers, but also from their peers, friends, and enemies. They learned not only from the past, but also from the present and the future. They learned not only for themselves, but also for others. They learned not just to know, but to do and to be. Pursuing lifelong learning doesn't mean we have to enroll in degrees or read every book in the library. It means we need to cultivate a love of learning and a habit of learning. It means seeking out new information, new skills, new perspectives, and new experiences. It means we must challenge ourselves, question ourselves, and improve ourselves. It means we must learn from everything, everyone, and everywhere. When we pursue lifelong learning, we develop not only our intelligence but also our wisdom. You know that the journey of lifelong learning is an end in itself, a source of joy, fulfillment, and wisdom. But you also know that learning isn't just a matter of formal education. It's a matter of attitude and practice. The Stoics, the ancient philosophers who taught us how to live well, showed us how to cultivate a lifelong learning mindset, a mindset that sees every day as a new opportunity to learn, grow, and improve our understanding of the world. They nurtured a genuine curiosity and thirst for knowledge, and their imaginations ran wild. As adults, it's easy to lose this sense of curiosity amidst the responsibilities and routines of daily life. But what if we rekindled that spark? What if we approached each day with the same enthusiasm for learning and discovery? Epictetus, with his profound simplicity, said, "Only the educated are free." Learning is about the freedom that comes from it. By dedicating ourselves to expanding our horizons and the continuous pursuit of knowledge, to lifelong learning, we equip ourselves with the tools to navigate life's complexities with elegance and wisdom. In today's digital age, the resources for learning are at our fingertips. The ways we can expand our knowledge are endless. But lifelong learning isn't just about consuming content, it's about reflection, application, and sharing. It's about taking what we've learned and weaving it into the fabric of our lives, making us richer in thought and deeper in understanding. As we move forward, keep in mind that every day is a classroom, every interaction a lesson, and every challenge an opportunity to learn. Embrace the journey of lifelong learning and watch your intelligence, wisdom, and understanding soar to new heights. The fifth technique is to cultivate gratitude as a gateway to wisdom. At first glance, gratitude might seem like an emotion, a fleeting feeling we experience when someone does something kind for us. But the Stoics saw gratitude from a different angle. For them, gratitude wasn't just a feeling, it was a practice, a lens through which we could view the world, and in return, deepen our understanding and intelligence. Gratitude pushes us to recognize the value of every moment, every interaction, and every challenge. When we are grateful, we are more attuned to the lessons life offers us. Instead of lamenting what we lack, we celebrate what we have. And in this celebration, we find clarity, perspective, and a deeper appreciation for the subtleties of life. Marcus Aurelius, in his moments of deep reflection, wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This isn't just a call to be thankful for a new day. It's an invitation to approach each day with curiosity, wonder, and gratitude. By doing so, we open ourselves to the countless lessons and insights each moment holds. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the race, to focus on the next moment, and to overlook the present. But by cultivating a practice of gratitude, we ground ourselves in the now, becoming more observant, more reflective, and more open to the wisdom that surrounds us. Whether it's in a child's laughter, the lesson in a failed project, or the beauty of a sunset, gratitude strengthens our ability to see, learn, and grow. So, as you journey through life, remember to pause and be grateful, not just on special occasions or moments of success, but every day, for the big things and the small. In gratitude, we find not only joy but also a path to greater intelligence, understanding, and wisdom. The sixth technique is to practice mindful observation. Have you ever stopped to watch a leaf fluttering in the wind, or observe the intricate patterns of frost on a window pane? These moments, though seemingly simple or even mundane, hold a secret that the Stoics understood deeply: the power of mindful observation. Mindful observation isn't just about glancing at something, it's about truly seeing it. It's about paying attention to the details, the patterns, the connections, and the beauty that often goes unnoticed. It's about being present, aware, and curious. The Stoics practiced mindful observation as a way to connect with, learn from, and appreciate nature. They saw nature as a reflection of the cosmos, a teacher of virtue. They also saw nature as a mirror of themselves, a reminder of their place in the cosmos, and a guide to living well. Mindful observation doesn't mean we have to spend all day looking at leaves or frost. It means we need to be more attentive to our surroundings, whatever they may be. It means we need to notice the things we usually take for granted or ignore. It means we need to ask questions, explore, and discover. It means being like children, who are naturally curious and observant. When we practice mindful observation, we enrich not only our senses but also our intelligence. We learn new things, gain new perspectives, and deepen our understanding. We also develop a sense of wonder, awe, and gratitude, which are essential for wisdom. Seneca, with Stoicism as his guiding light, once said, "Time discovers truth." This insight is applicable to the practice of mindful observation. When we take the time to truly observe, we uncover truths about the world, others, and ourselves. We begin to see patterns, make connections, and develop a deeper understanding of life's subtleties. In today's world, where screens and distractions compete for our attention at every turn, taking a moment to just observe might seem out of place, but it is in these moments of quiet observation that our minds can expand and our intelligence can flourish. Whether it's watching the rhythmic tide of the waves on a beach, observing the bustling life of a city square, or simply noticing the way light filters through the leaves of a tree, there is a world of knowledge waiting to be discovered. Take a minute each day to observe with mindfulness, put aside distractions, quiet your mind, and truly see the world around you. In doing so, you will not only find everyday beauty but also nurture your intelligence in deep and unexpected ways. As you go about your day, remember to look around and truly see the world as it is, as it could be, and as it should be. Practice mindful observation and watch your intelligence, understanding, and wisdom grow. The seventh technique is to practice active listening. We've all been there, sitting across from someone, nodding our heads, but our minds are miles away. Maybe we're thinking about our to-do list, the status of our favorite team, or our investments. But here's a secret the Stoics knew well. True intelligence isn't just about talking, it's also about listening, and not just hearing the words but truly understanding them. Active listening is more than just staying silent while someone else speaks. It's about being present, giving them your full attention, and genuinely trying to understand their perspective. It's about asking questions, showing empathy, and refraining from jumping to conclusions or formulating a response. When we listen actively, we're not just being polite, we're absorbing information, understanding different viewpoints, and expanding our horizons. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once observed, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This isn't just a witty remark, it's a profound insight into human nature. When we truly listen, we open ourselves to a world of knowledge and experience that enriches our minds and souls. Today's society often values quick responses and witty comebacks, but there is immense power in pausing, listening, and reflecting deeply. By practicing active listening, we enhance not only our relationships but also our intelligence. We become more informed, more empathetic, and more connected to the world around us. The next time you're in a conversation, challenge yourself to truly listen. You might be surprised by what you learn. The 8th technique is to seek silence in the midst of noise. Our surroundings are often filled with a cacophony of sounds, notifications, and distractions. From the buzz of our phones to the chatter of colleagues and the hum of traffic, we are under a constant barrage of noise. But there's a secret the Stoics knew well. True intelligence isn't just about absorbing information, it's about finding silence. And not just avoiding noise, but seeking inner peace. You know that silence is not just the absence of sound, but awareness, calmness, and clarity. But you also know that silence isn't just a matter of escaping noise, it's a matter of seeking inner peace. The Stoics, the ancient philosophers who taught us how to live well, showed us how to seek silence. A practice that disconnects us from the noise of the world and connects us to our inner selves. An application that helps us confront our emotions, reflect on our actions, and plan our next steps. A practice that expands our intelligence, brings clarity, and deepens our understanding. The Stoics practiced silence as a way to connect with the divine, to learn from it, and to appreciate it. They saw silence as a reflection of the universe, a source of wisdom, and a teacher of virtue. They also saw silence as a mirror of themselves, a reminder of their inner strength, and a guide to living well. Seeking silence doesn't mean we have to isolate ourselves or escape from the world. It means we need to find moments of quiet, solitude, and meditation. The famous Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This insight reminds us that many of our worries and fears are amplified by the constant noise around us. By stepping back and immersing ourselves in silence, we can distinguish between real concerns and imaginary ones, allowing us to address the former and release the latter. For many, seeking silence might seem daunting. After all, our modern lives are built on connection and constant interaction. But this isn't about escaping the world, it's about finding balance. Even a few minutes of silence each day perhaps during a morning walk or before bed, can make a significant difference over time. This practice not only sharpens our intelligence but also brings us clarity, peace, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. So, amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life, don't forget to pause, breathe, and embrace the transformative power of silence. The ninth technique is to value diverse interactions. One of the most enriching experiences in life is interacting with a diverse range of people from different backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life. Every person carries a universe of experiences and knowledge. The Stoics, in their wisdom, realized that our intelligence is shaped not only by books or solitary reflection but also by the mosaic of people we interact with. Think about it. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, whether it's a chat with a barista about their hometown, a deep discussion with a colleague from another department, or a heartfelt talk with a grandparent about their youth. Every interaction offers a new perspective, a new piece of the puzzle. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." While this advice is golden, it's also worth noting that growth doesn't just come from experts or mentors. Sometimes the most profound insights come from the most unexpected sources. By being open to diverse interactions, we expose ourselves to a wider range of ideas, stories, and experiences. This doesn't mean you have to strike up a conversation with every stranger you meet. It means being curious, respectful, and attentive to the people you encounter. It means listening, asking questions, and sharing your thoughts. It means learning from their successes, their failures, and their wisdom. So, as you go about your day, seek out opportunities to interact with diverse people. Through these interactions, you will not only enrich your understanding of the world but also find your intelligence growing in ways you never imagined. The 10th technique is to cultivate curiosity instead of judgment. We live in an age of instant decisions. With the swipe of a finger, we decide what we like, what we don't, who we follow, and who we ignore. But what if, instead of rushing to judge, we chose to pause and be curious? The Stoics teach that cultivating curiosity can be a profound way to increase our intelligence and our understanding of the world around us. Curiosity is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. When we approach situations, people, or ideas with an open mind, we give ourselves the opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of dismissing something because it's unfamiliar or different, we ask questions. We seek to understand. This not only broadens our horizons but also deepens our empathy and compassion. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that when we think we have all the answers, we close ourselves off to the vast knowledge the world has to offer. By adopting a curious mindset, we acknowledge that there is always more to learn. In doing so, we become lifelong learners. We live in an increasingly distracting and noisy world. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of life and forget to stop, look around, and truly listen. But by choosing curiosity over judgment, we can break free from this cycle. We can engage with the world around us on a deeper level, learn from different perspectives, and in the process, increase our intelligence in ways we never imagined. The next time you encounter something unfamiliar or challenging, take a deep breath, open your mind, and let your curiosity guide you. And we've come to the end of this video. What a journey it was. While the information is fresh, let's take a quick look at these 10 techniques. What did we learn in this video? We embraced change as a teacher. We embraced discomfort for growth. We practiced intentional detachment. We touched upon the need for lifelong learning. We cultivated gratitude as a gateway to wisdom. We practiced mindful observation. We practiced active listening. We sought silence in the midst of noise. We valued diverse interactions. We cultivated curiosity instead of judgment. These techniques are based not only on the wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers but also on the latest scientific research and evidence. These techniques are proven to work, and they are easy to practice. These techniques are beneficial not only for your intelligence but also for your happiness, your virtue, and for living in accordance with nature. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new and valuable. I hope you try these techniques and see the results for yourself. Please share this video with your friends, family, and anyone who might benefit from it. Leave a comment below, letting me know what you think about these techniques and how they've helped you. I would love to hear from you and learn from you. Thank you for watching this video and for being a part of this Stoic community. You are amazing, and I appreciate you. Remember, Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. A way of life that can make you smarter, happier, and better. Discover your mind, your virtue, and your happiness. Be a Stoic and stay happy.